Johnson.
And I'm Kaylee Cersei.
And we are your hosts for this evening. So one of the biggest stories coming out of the Oscars this weekend was Taraji P. Henson may or may not have shaded Ryan Seacrest during the award show. We actually have a clip to show you of the exact moment that happened.
She feels it, she looks it.
You know what? The universe has a way of taking care of the good people. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Okay, so a few people on social media said that she probably did shade Ryan Seacrest. For those of you who do not know, Ryan Seacrest is actually in quite a bit of trouble because he has allegations against him saying that he has sexually harassed one of his assistants. And so at the Oscars, it was kind of perceived that Taraji P. Henson was kind of saying, well, you know, karma is you get that.
And I think not only that, she's really against it because her previous manager, Vincent, kind of stepped down from being a manager and in the entertainment industry and closed his business because he has 9 women against him of sexual allegations. So.
Well, it's really interesting because Taraji P. Henson herself said that she was not shading him.
Yeah.
But, kind of supporting him, giving him support.
Right.
Ryan Seacrest, for his own actions, said that, one, he's denied that he's sexually harassed his assistant. And number 2, he said he was pretty uncomfortable in the spotlight at the Oscars and hosting the Oscars. But what is also interesting is that Ryan Seacrest will still be hosting American Idol, which will be premiering the 11th of this month. I don't know how you feel about American Idol, but I'm not feeling this reboot at all.
See, I used to love American Idol when I was younger, but now, like, the judges they have, I don't think are really, like, American Idol material.
The judges that she's referring to are Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and Luke Bryan. Okay, let me just say this. I don't know who Luke Bryan is, so I'm just going to feel like I'm on my Mariah Carey stuff on this one. I don't know him. Number 2,
Katy
I
Perry
can't necessarily disrespect Lionel Richie. The man's a legend. But then Katy Perry, no.
Can't sing.
Just no.
Can't sing, can't perform. Can't even.
No.
Can't
even cut her hair straight. But here we are. I mean, it's obvious that they are trying to compensate because they couldn't get Kelly Clarkson on American Idol, and now she is on The Voice.
Exactly,
succeeding.
right. And The Voice is like, everyone watches The Voice.
Right. And the ratings for The Voice are constantly increasing, as opposed to American Idol in its last season was constantly decreasing. Now, the one thing that kind of strikes me as odd, and the reason why I don't want it to come back, is because they did the last season and they presented it in such a huge way. Mm-hmm. The finale especially was a big grand ordeal. I mean, they brought back almost every winner. Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson sang. And I'm sitting here like, okay, where do you even go from here?
Right.
I mean, the whole premise is kind of bland.
See, I thought American Idol was like over, and then all of a sudden it's coming back.
And another thing is, so they're not going to do the bad auditions anymore.
Right.
Which is why I watch American Idol.
Everyone watches that, yes.
Well, it seems that they're saying that they're trying to save contestants' self-esteem, and they're also saying that they kind of don't want to put, I guess, unstable people. That's what I saw. They didn't want to put unstable people on a grand stage to humiliate themselves in a way. Like I said, that's the only reason why I watch American Idol. So another reason as to why I'm not here for it.
Yeah. See, and not only that, I just feel like they're going to lose a lot of viewers, and then their ratings are going to continue to go down because, again, that's why everybody watches it. That's what leads to, like, viral YouTube videos. So I just feel like that's a stupid mistake.
Well, hopefully they just cancel it altogether after this last and final season. But that's all the time that we have for our hosting. Please enjoy the rest of the show.
Have a nice day. You too. Have a great day. Thanks. You too.
Make someone's day. Pay it forward.
Welcome back. I'm Hayden.
And I'm Michael. This is your Good Evening KU News Update.
Earlier this week, adult video star Stormy Daniels sued President Donald Trump, alleging that he never signed a hush agreement over an alleged sexual assault relationship. Michael Cohen, a lawyer for Donald Trump, had arranged to pay Daniels $130,000 1 month before the 2016 election to secure silence about the alleged 2006 affair. There have been no statements from the White House or Trump's Twitter.
Exactly 3 weeks after the devastating Florida shooting, the grand jury has made their verdict on 19-year-old Victor Cruz. Cruz is charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder in the first degree and 17 counts of attempted murder in the first degree. The shooting has revived the long debate over gun control in the United States and has led to numerous protests from the survivors.
State officials say nearly 50 wildfires have erupted since the weekend, stretching from Nebraska to Oklahoma borders, burning about 40 square miles of land. The wildfires have promoted highway closings and evacuations as fire departments try to contain the situation. Officials say at least one home caught fire in southeast Kansas.
A Missouri police officer is dead after responding to a 911 call of a woman screaming. The call came in around 10 p.m. Tuesday night, and when the Clinton Police Department officers rushed to the scene, gunfire erupted, killing 30-year-old officer Christopher Morton. Morton was honored by the Royals in 2014 for his military service in Afghanistan. That will wrap it up for our news update. Next, we'll have Dylan with an interview.
Welcome back. I'm here with Jackson from KJHK, which is the local radio station here at KU. So Jackson, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I'm the sports director at 90.7 FM KJHK, and so what that entails is I oversee a staff of about 20 students who are looking to get into sports radio, so whether that's podcasting, live play-by-play, live radio talk shows, all sorts of stuff like that. I kind of oversee what they do and what they want to do, and then I help them kind of develop that and work with a lot of other areas in the radio station as well, whether that's our music staffs or our programming staff or anything like that. Anything our station does, I work with them through our sports staff to kind of integrate the entire station.
So what would you say is your favorite thing to do on the radio show? Do you like kind of the live feel of radio, or do you like more of a podcast or more controlled?
I like live radio just because it's a little bit more fun. It's less scripted usually. It kind of just lets me be me a little bit more than like a podcast might be, because you can go back and fix things, and it's just a little bit more robotic, I guess you could say. But I also like doing live play-by-play because you don't know what's going to happen next in any sports game. Whether you're expecting one team to just blow the doors off of another team and then there's a crazy upset, or things go as you might expect. You just never know, so it's a lot of fun.
All right. So how did you get into radio, like initially? What got you into radio?
Well, when I transferred here to KU, one of my really good friends was the sports director at the time, and he recruited me to come to just one meeting and see if I liked it. And going to that one meeting, it was just one of the more fun things I had done in a long time, and I knew I wanted to get involved and hang out with the people that I was there with and try and develop these skills that I knew that I kind of already had. And so I just gave it a shot, and then here I am just a year later, and I'm the sports director, so it's worked out pretty well.
Well, there you go. So, what are some of the opportunities that students can have through the program?
Well, we have, through sports staff specifically, which is what I'm more well-versed in, we have opportunities with KU Athletics, where if you develop your play-by-play skills, you can earn a job as the official play-by-play voice of a KU sport.
Wow.
We had 2 members in the fall, one be the voice of the women's soccer team and one of the volleyball team, and now here in the spring, one is the voice of baseball and one is the voice of softball. So a lot of really cool real-world experiences offered through our partnership with KU Athletics.
That's pretty big to be the voice of Or sports already.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for them. They get to travel with the team. They get paid, get to go do all the cool things that all the athletes get to do as just, the voice of the team. So it's a lot of fun for them.
It's a great opportunity. So like outside of sports, what are some other programs that students get involved in?
We have live music staff, which involves bringing in bands to the radio station, and they bring them in to perform for our multimedia staff, and they record them with cameras like a show, and they would record that and edit it and put it back on our YouTube channel for a lot of different people in the community to see. They also put on concerts at like the Granada or the Bottleneck to just bring live local music in through KJHK and kind of get us more integrated with the community. We also have communications staff that will reach out to local businesses and develop ad partnerships with those businesses for playback on the radio as sponsors for KJHK, so it gets you sales experience and all sorts of stuff like that.
Awesome. Where can people check out all your podcasts and all your radio shows? And
all of our podcasts, we have a KJHK SoundCloud account, as well as all of those being posted on kjhk.org.
All right, well, great. Was there anything else you'd like to
add? Yeah, actually tomorrow for the Big 12 quarterfinals, you can catch the live play-by-play of that starting at 1 o'clock on 90.7 FM KJHK.
All right, Jess, thanks a lot for being on.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Next, we got Katie with your weekly entertainment.
When you shop local in the heart of the city, you support the people that make our community thrive. The money you spend here stays here, in this place we call our home. Lawrence, Kansas, where there's good old-fashioned hometown pride. Eat local, drink local, shop local.
Katie. Oh. Welcome back, I'm Katie. This is your top 5 entertainment update. Singer Usher Raymond and his wife, Grace Miguel, have called it quits after 2 years of marriage and nearly 10 years together. The split comes after rumors of the singer knowingly infecting former partners with herpes, but it is believed that this is not the cause of their separation. It is reported that Ryan Seacrest's coverage of the Academy Awards red carpet arrivals for E! Took a 43% hit in the Nielsen ratings. Prior to the Oscars, the television personality was accused of multiple incidents of sexual harassment and assault, but has been backed by E! As well as American Idol. For all Bachelor Nation out there, Ari Lyndike Jr. called off the engagement with Becca K, only to propose to second runner-up Lauren. Ari and Lauren are now engaged. Clueless actress Stacey Dash has announced she's running for Congress in California. The outspoken Republican filed paperwork Monday in response to her followers strongly suggesting that she ran for office. Terry Bryant, the Oscar attendee accused of stealing Frances McDormand's award, has been arrested and faces up to 3 years in prison. The Oscar has since been returned, and Bryant is being held on $20,000 bail for grand theft. And that's all for your weekly entertainment update. Next, we'll have Alika and Kiera with sports.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back, I'm Kiera.
And I'm Alika.
KU's path to the Big 12 tournament title just got a little tougher. The Jayhawks will be without sophomore big man Udoka Azubuike, according to a press release from KU Athletics. Azubuike sprained the MCL in his left knee in practice yesterday. According to Bill Self, the pain is to hold him out this weekend and in the hopes that they can play in the NCAA tournament in the following weekend.
Men's basketball senior Devontae Graham was recently named Big 12 Player of the Year, making him the 8th Jayhawk of all time to receive the honor. With averages of 17.6 points, 7.2 assists, and 4 rebounds per game, Graham was a unanimous pick by the conference's coaches.
It seems after only 6 weeks, former KU basketball player Billy Preston's adventures overseas have come to an end. Preston is dealing with an injured shoulder and decided to get medical attention in the U.S. After leaving his Bosnian team, Preston's mother, Nicole Player, said she doubted he would play for another foreign team in the future.
KU's softball team returns home this week after a successful road trip in which the Jayhawks won the Carolina Classic tournament. KU is now 16-3 on the season and will host the Jayhawk Invitational this weekend. This week, KU will play games against UMKC, Northern Iowa, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Green Bay, and Tulsa.
This is the weekend for the Kansas High School State basketball tournaments. Locally, that means both the Lawrence and the Free State boys teams are in play on Thursday in Wichita. Free State is the number 2 seed, while Lawrence High is number 8.
The Big 12 men's tournament gets underway in less than an hour when Oklahoma takes on Oklahoma State at the Sprint Center in Kansas City. The winner gets KU on Thursday. In the other play-in game tonight, Iowa State will play against Texas.
And that's all for sports. Here's our next segment.
Welcome back, everyone. We've been dealing with really cold weather these past few days, and before I get into how much we're going to warm up, let's look at the almanac, because we are actually below average for this time of the year. Right now in March, our average is usually 52 degrees, but today the high was only about 43 degrees outside. Low is also a lot below average, so we are below average. We will warm up though. Be nice if we were back in 2000 with a high temperature of 77 degrees. So feels like it wasn't that long ago, but it actually was, and we will warm up like I said. Here's your weather headlines. Calmer winds for today compared to what we were doing with yesterday and the past 2 days. Cooler temps as well. Temperatures though, by the end of the week we will warm up, and then going into the weekend we're going to be around average, so in those 50s, but we will have a chance of rain going into your Saturday night into your Sunday. Here's visible imagery. Here's why we didn't warm up that much today. We had a lot of cloud coverage to start off the majority of the day today due to that low pressure system that caused some storms yesterday, that snow that moved through the area. It has now moved off, and that's how you can see the blue sky as you end your Wednesday. So nice end of the Wednesday, kind of gross start. But surface analysis shows as of now really nice for the area. High pressure system has moved into the area, so we are calm as of now. But over along the west coast, there's another storm system that is moving in and giving them a good chunk of rain because they're a little bit warm, not snow as of now. But over along the west coast, this is the main story for the past few days. This is a nor'easter that's moving along the west coast, providing a lot of heavy snowfall rates. So they're getting hit pretty hard for the area. But like I said, for us, we are all calm in Kansas. Here's your evening forecast, 41 degrees by 5 p.m. Going into 7, we will already be dropping into the 30s, and by 11 o'clock we'll be at 31 degrees because we will have clear skies all throughout the night, allowing us to cool. Note the winds have also calmed down. Again, not as windy as we were dealing with the past few days. Here's your Thursday morning forecast. We're going to be in the 20s, so very cool as you're starting the day off tomorrow. Make sure if you're sending the kids off to the bus stop, layer up, or even just going to your car, start that heater on very fast because it is very cold outside, and also that we will have mostly clear skies, so you don't have to worry about the clouds tomorrow. And those winds are going to be pretty calm, still out of the northwest though. Here's your precip for our forecast for upcoming weekend. You can see majority of the viewing area is going to be dealing with some rain, not mixed or snow this time, luckily. So we're just going to be getting rain because we have those temperatures above average into the 50s. So just rain, and here's what you can expect. Quickly light scattered showers, nothing big. It's not going to be very long-lived, and it'll be finished all by Sunday morning just in time for your services if you have any plans or anything else for your Sunday. Here's your 7-day forecast. Going into Thursday, there's that brief warm-up I was talking about with a high of 47 degrees. Friday, the nicest day this week with a high of 59 degrees, and I wouldn't be surprised if we jumped into the 60s for maybe an hour or so on Friday. So definitely get outside and enjoy Friday because it's going to be the nicest day of this week as well. And then going into Saturday and Sunday, we will be in the 50s, and then there's that chance of rain you can see going into Saturday night into Sunday morning. And also take note that it is daylight savings time, so we will spring forward. So don't forget to change your clocks as you head into this weekend. Going into the next work week, we will go back, cooling down a little bit into the 40s to start off. We will go back around average going into Tuesday, and then back into potentially going into the 60s for your new work week. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. See you next week.